I work at a health food store. I don't know if everybody in here knows what a health food store is. In case you don't, we only sell 3 things. We sell salt lamps, kombucha, and lies. Lies are doing so well right now, guys. Lies are doing the best they've ever done. We sell so much zinc. We don't know what it does. People always ask me if I work at Whole Foods. I don't work at Whole Foods, okay? Whole Foods is not a health food store. Whole Foods is a Walmart with a man bun, okay? They try to act like they're a mom and pop shop. You can't be a mom and pop shop when Pop is Jeff Bezos, okay? Do you know why the avocados are so expensive? Because he has to buy rocket fuel. I do love working at the health food store, but we do have some of the worst customers possible. The other day we had a customer return salt because it was too salty. Yeah, that Himalayan hit him a little too hard. That's insane, right? All I know is that if you spill salt, that's bad luck. If you throw salt over your shoulder, that's good luck. But if you return salt, you're a bitch. Those are the facts of life. I had another customer. I was putting out kale. I was putting out kale, just minding my own business, having a great day. You know, I was just putting out kale 2 by 2 like I do. And this customer snuck up right behind me. And they're like, "You're putting those out with your hands?" And I was just like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah. Everything you see, I put out with these hands." Like, hands have been the leading technology of putting out for millions of years. That's what I said with my eyes, you know? What I actually told them was like, "Yeah, I just washed my hands." And she was like, "Hands are hard to wash." For who? What? No, hands are the easiest thing to wash of all time. Because guess what? When your left hand is washing your right hand is washing your left hand. It's synergy. And in fact, if you guys are washing anything, you're also washing your hands. Hands are not hard to wash. Do you know what's hard to wash? A tent. That's hard to wash. I've never had to call over friends to help me wash my hands, you know? I've never had to pull out a vacuum to wash my hands. I've never had to turn my hands inside out and leave them to dry in the sun. Hands are not hard to wash. But this customer kept complaining, okay? They held up one of the kales, and they're like, "This kale is too big." I was like, "Who do you want me to tell? Who do you think gives a shit?" Nobody. So I just did what anybody in here would do. I just tried to gently squeeze the kale into a bag. And I know I was gentle. I know I was gentle because I used the exact same pressure I use when I choke my wife in bed. Just gentle, gentle. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some of you don't know what I'm saying. That's okay. That's fine. Me and my wife have been together for 16 years. You know, and only... Thank you. Only in the last year have we started choking. And, because we're a smart couple. You know, you gotta pace yourself. You don't want all your kinks up front, you know. You gotta spread that shit out. It's a long road, you know. There's too many of these Gen X, Gen Zs, first date, they're like, ah. That's a psychopath, right? You gotta earn it. So I was choking the shit out of this kale. I was just giving it to this kale. I was going with my little form, just going like, "Oh yeah, you like that, you dumb slut, Kale." In the bag. And the customer had the gall to look me dead in the eyes. And they're like, You can't squeeze kale. What? Of course you can squeeze kale. It's half the recipe, okay? Step 1, massage kale. Done, you're welcome. That was the meanest 8-year-old girl I have ever dealt with. She's so mean. I'm a dad, I got 2 kids, a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old. And I love being a dad so much. I felt like some of you didn't believe me, that's fine. I always feel like at shows I have to tell the audience a lot of times that I'm a dad, because I feel like people don't believe that I've had sex. Those laughs hurt. The other ones I've enjoyed. The other ones have been good. I'm a dad, I got 2 kids. I love being a dad so much, but it is the hardest thing I've ever done. Like one time when my son was really little, he was like 2 years old, he had grabbed a plastic bag and he started putting it on his head. And I quickly reacted and I snatched it off his head so fast that my son started crying. And he started crying so hard, I almost gave him the bag back. I'm like, no, this is for your future. As you guys might be able to tell, I am circumcised. I'm circumcised. I've been circumcised for a long time now. Since before I could remember. And when me and my wife found out we're gonna have a son, it's a huge dilemma of what you're gonna do nowadays. So we did a bunch of research. And the number one reason people give nowadays is that fathers want their sons' dicks to look like theirs. That's weird, right? Like, I don't know, maybe there's some dudes in here that are closer with their dad. I've never once compared dicks with my dad. I've never gone up to my dad, hey dad, come on, whip it out, look, same. Hey grandpa, get in here, look, sing. Let's make them touch, intergenerational trauma. Let's take a selfie for Instagram. Hashtag 3 generations. I just don't need my son's penis to look like mine to know he's my son. He can't eat gluten and he looks like a human meerkat. He's my son. I love traveling to get to do comedy. But I was recently flying home from a gig and I had the worst flight of my life. It was so scary because I sat down in the middle seat and this lady, she came down and she sat down right next to me. And the first thing that she did was she pulled out a lunch kit and then she unzipped it and pulled out a full-sized orange. And then she ate it with the skin on. Did some of you not hear me? The lady on my flight made marmalade in her own mouth. You can't do that. Like, does she eat pistachios with the shell on? Because it sounds like bone snapping? Like, what a psychopath. Obviously, she won the armrest. That is the greatest power move you could ever pull, okay? I wasn't gonna fight her for it, you know? Halfway during the flight, she started leaning on me, and I didn't say a goddamn word. I wasn't about to piss off someone who eats skin. I wasn't about to piss off Dorothy Dahmer, okay? The entire flight I kept thinking like, where is this lady from? Where they haven't invented peeling. And then she spoke. And she was French Canadian. Guys, we never have to worry about Quebec becoming its own country. They can't even separate the orange from the peel.